All right, so next up in our Week 13 previews, we have the ACC. So basically, during this preview, we're going to be taking a look at the schedule. I'm going to go through my game breakdowns. Also, while I'm doing that, down in the comment section, let me know your thoughts on these games. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you disagree with what I'm saying? Let me know down in the comment section, and we'll discuss. All right, so first up here on Friday, we have Miami at Boston College. All right, so with this one, I'm going to lean Miami. Miami has struggled a little bit this year. Tyler Van Dyke's been injury prone. And if they had a healthy Tyler Van Dyke, this is probably a top 25 team. They don't have Tyler Van Dyke healthy. Obviously, he's playing, but kind of through injury, kind of limbered. They've been competitive with the good teams. They just can't quite get over that hump. But give me Miami against Boston College. All right, so next up, we've got a pretty big matchup here. So Kentucky's obviously an SEC team, but against Louisville. Louisville probably going to bump up to number 9, I would guess, in the rankings on Tuesday. They kind of need to keep winning to have an outside slim chance at somehow making the playoff. If they lose to Kentucky, there's no discussion. I mean, there's no shot. But if they can somehow win out, they do have an outsider's chance if all chaos breaks loose. Give me Louisville here. It's probably going to be a close game. Kentucky's no slouch, but I think Louisville pulls this one off. Jeff Brom's got Louisville cooking, though, and in a couple of years, Louisville might be something serious. Next up, Pittsburgh at Duke. Duke has struggled a little bit since Riley Leonard's been hurt. They're obviously not the same team without him. With Riley Leonard, they're a top 15 team, talking about their quarterback. Pitt hasn't done much, but they did sneak out that one against Louisville, kind of spanked them, really. This is kind of a toss-up here because of Riley Leonard injury. That's hard to say, Riley Leonard injury. Try to say that. See, it's hard to say. But I'm going to go Duke here. I think Mike Elko ekes it out. Might be his last game as a Duke head coach. I could see him going to A&M. That's a possibility. But give me Duke here. Next up here, we got Wake Forest at Syracuse. So this is the bottom tier. This is the Toilet Bowl. Obviously, Dino Babers got fired at Syracuse. I do have a video on that if you're interested in some coaching candidates. I've dropped 10 names to know on the Syracuse's coaching list and their search. So be on the lookout for that. Go check out my channel if you want to find that video. Both these teams have one win in the conference, so not exactly the best game. Give me Wake Forest here just because Syracuse fired their coach. I think Wake Forest probably got the edge here. All right, so next up we've got Virginia at Virginia Tech. Both these teams aren't too great. Virginia Tech, I wouldn't be surprised if they make a change here soon. They've done okay this year, but just nothing spectacular. I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if both of these teams really have new coaches soon. Give me Virginia Tech here, though. But it is rivalry week, so, you never really know what's going to happen. Except in this next game. Georgia Tech. Georgia's going to beat the brakes off Georgia Tech probably. All right, this next one should be a little interesting, though. Clemson and South Carolina. Clemson's probably the better team, but South Carolina has the best player, in my opinion. Spencer Rattler's the best player on the field there. Give me Clemson, though. All right, so this next game, North Carolina and NC State. So I actually saw a surprising stat the other day. It said NC State is one of the only 4 teams over the last 5 years to have 8 wins every year. It was all the usual suspects, Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, and NC State, I think. Maybe Michigan's in there too. But, yeah, NC State was actually in that same group. Kind of weird to think about. You don't think of them being that good, but I guess they've had some success. Give me NC State here. They've actually really had a pretty solid year, kind of slept on. I have them in my top 25 in the AG poll. You can find that on my channel too if you're interested in that. But I think NC State gets the win here. Might crack the top 20 by the end of the year. They've only got 3 losses, and they're to Duke, which they had Riley Leonard during that, so that's a top 25 team in my opinion. Notre Dame and Louisville. So that's all good losses. So NC State really had a pretty solid year. If they can win this game, pretty good season. But that's my breakdown for the week. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Comment down below, like this video, and subscribe.